Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a really magical story called Noah and the Radiant Heart of the Island. We're going to map out the journey of a super curious little boy named Noah. And look, on the surface, it's a story about hidden treasures and mysterious islands, for sure. But at its absolute core, it's actually an exploration of a deeply profound lesson about self-worth. It forces us to look at exactly why we seek attention and what it really truly means to shine. So let's jump right in.
Part 1. A Magical Discovery in Ocean Breeze.
So our story kicks off in this picturesque seaside town. Noah is the kind of kid who just loves exploring. His mind is constantly running wild with dreams of finding hidden treasures. Well, one evening, he's just walking along the beach, and he actually makes an incredible find buried right there in the sand. It's an old golden compass just sparking brilliantly under the moonlight. But it isn't just a regular compass. Attached to it is this tiny, mysterious note that says, "Follow where your heart points and adventure will begin." I mean, talk about the ultimate call to adventure, right? It's so vague but completely irresistible. Naturally, Noah picks it up. And the literal second he holds it, things escalate so fast. First, the compass needle starts spinning frantically before locking in and pointing straight out to sea. Then, out of nowhere, a glowing path made entirely of stars materializes right across the surface of the water. And finally, a magical sailboat emerges from the waves. It's this beautiful, rapid sequence that just pulls Noah right out of his ordinary world and onto the sparkling ocean. Section 2. The Fading Paradise on the Island of Stars. The sailboat drops Noah off at this breathtaking new realm, but things aren't exactly what they seem. He steps out into a literal paradise. We're talking crystal palm trees shimmering in the light, star-shaped flowers glowing in every color you can imagine, and tiny shooting stars floating through the air kind of like fireflies. It is stunning. But there's a really dark reality setting in. The island's glow is actually fading away. Noah meets a cheerful sea turtle named Shelly, and she delivers the bad news. The star crystal, which is basically the magical power source keeping the island shining, has vanished. Without it, the whole island is going to go completely dark forever. Section 3. Search for the crystal, finding the magic. Faced with the impending doom of this gorgeous place, Noah doesn't even hesitate. He steps up to help, and he quickly builds this incredible coalition of local wildlife. You've got Spark, a super vibrant rainbow parrot, Comet, a star fox, and Splash, an energetic dolphin. By making friends right off the bat, Noah totally multiplies his efforts. This isn't just a solo mission anymore. It's a coordinated team trying to save their home. And they have a massive amount of ground to cover. It's a frantic race across the island's key landmarks. They start off at the Bridge of Shooting Stars. From there, they dive into the depths of the Crystal Lagoon, then later scale the Mountain of Moonlight. Finally, all of this leads them to the absolute highest point on the island, the Star Lighthouse. This is where the missing star crystal is hidden. Section 4. A Lonely Secret, Frost the Penguin. So they make it inside the lighthouse, and they do actually find the missing crystal. But the discovery completely subverts what they were expecting. I mean, it begs the question, right? Who would actually steal the light of an entire island? You'd expect a villain, a monster, a greedy thief, some sort of dark entity. But that's not what Noah and his friends find at all. The truth is incredibly touching. They find a little penguin named Frost. And Frost just looks so sad. He admits to them, "I borrowed the crystal because I wanted everyone to notice me." See, Frost didn't take this thing out of malice. He didn't want to destroy the island. He took it out of this profound sense of isolation. It's that urge for external validation that is honestly a pretty universal human trait. We all just want to be seen. He was just a lonely penguin craving connection, and he mistakenly thought that holding the most shiny, important object in the world would finally make people pay attention to him.
Now, this is the absolute pivot point of the whole explainer. How do you react to that? Most people would be furious, but Noah doesn't get angry. He doesn't scold Frost for nearly ruining the island. Instead, he just smiles kindly and says, "You don't need a magical crystal to be special." And the animals instantly back Noah up with just pure empathy. Spark tells him, "We already noticed you." Comet wags his tail and says, "We'd love to be your friend." Splash enthusiastically invites him to join their adventures. They give Frost exactly what he was actually looking for the whole time: true connection.
Section 5. Meaning of shining. Restoring the light. With Frost now feeling genuinely seen and valued, his eyes are literally sparkling brighter than the stars at this point, he doesn't need the crystal to feel important anymore. So the group works together to put the star crystal back. And the moment it touches the pedestal, boom! The reaction is instant. Thousands of stars light up the sky. The island's flowers glow brighter than ever. The ocean sparkles like diamonds. The island is saved, and everyone celebrates with this massive, great festival of stars. But, all adventures have to wrap up eventually. The next morning, Noah wakes up back in his ordinary room in Ocean Breeze. Naturally, he has that moment of doubt. He's thinking, was that all just a crazy dream? But then, he spots the physical golden compass sitting right there beside his bed. And just to absolutely confirm it, he looks out his window and sees a tiny shooting star streak across the sky. The island of stars was completely real. And it implies another adventure is always waiting out there. So what's the real so what of Noah's adventure? First, you absolutely do not need attention to be important. Second, you don't need shiny, special treasures to be special. True worth doesn't come from hoarding external objects or demanding the spotlight, like Frost initially thought. The real source of light is entirely internal. It's kindness, it's friendship, and it's simply being yourself that ultimately makes you shine the absolute brightest. As we wrap up today, I really want to leave you with a final thought to ponder about your own unique light. If a golden compass miraculously appeared in your room tonight, pointing towards your own uncharted waters, what kind of magic would your true self reveal? Think about it, because you don't need a star crystal to shine. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer today, and keep exploring.
For more interesting videos, subscribe our YouTube channel